Alright, started. Give me a second. I gotta check on my phone. Let's see. Alright. I wasn't sure, but I think I'm in the live stream or the live stream is on. Let's see. Wi-Fi is probably intervened on this day. Hmm. Okay, so it is on live. Okay, that's a good sign. Anyways, hey guys. Um, Today we're gonna be doing more of what we are gonna do today. Oh wait, I forget that I can just get out of the hole through this power. No, we don't need those. We need shockers because I looked and we're gonna need some shocker commandos here. There we go. Completely beating down the people there. Also, you're not that guy, buddy. You're not that guy. See? Told you. I told him he wasn't that guy. Yeah, I did do some stuff off screen, but I didn't do too much. Just took some time to figure out the bugs or stuff and how to make everything work out. Like how to make you know, the items. Speaking of, I'm forgetting to grab the Mighty Action X um thing. Here it is. Mighty Action X. For a second I almost thought I lied to myself. I almost sounded like Anakin Skywalker in that moment where it was saying liar, like that moment. All right, there we go. All right, I don't have a Mighty Action X like thing. It's a good thing that I have this, but let me go and move this down, and this down, and then these. Since I don't currently have a stronger weight, or I don't have anything at all right now, I need to beat up these shocker emblem guys. All the shockers until I get my stronger variant. Oh, I'm doing the most brutal thing of all. I'm beating them with an egg. This is probably the most brutal way someone has to go down. Of course, someone spawns too. Because they have to make my life a little difficulty of all things. Alright, here we go. We got some shocker stuff. Now, do I have? No, I don't have any bugs for DNA. Let's go out in the world and get some. Also, I think since I'm a ghost in this game, well, commoner ghost, I think I do everything just naturally like that, you know? There's a chance of getting germ out of this game. Yeah, germ is a fact here now. Alright, let's see, let's take this out of the way and move this over. Let's see if Camera XA is able to hold these. No, but I am able to get a whole bunch of added up bonuses. Like, there we go. See? I forgot to be. Oh, wait. Why did I get blindness all the time? I'm wondering if this can be used to, it cannot be used as a form. I know that for a fact. There you go. I'm basically like a. Oh yeah, I didn't know this. I'm actually chibi. I'm actually kind of like that. That's a cool form to do. Yeah, I need to craft the bug DNAs over into capsules. Here's what I mean, like see this? Well, boom. Now I gotta also transfer some of these items over. I also gotta keep away from the green men. The green men will blow my items because they like. Alright, gamer creator, there we go. Alright, and so I do it again, then boom. I get haste and speed. I basically lose that cheapy form for this form. It's probably a better trade off. Now let's do my reaction actually change. Okay, I went overboard on going past the gamer. Now let's see. Now what can I use for nothing? Okay, and when I make this, it'll be like that. Trying to figure out. Actually, it's like asking for that. Let's see. Yeah, we'll get the. I know that, but let me finish my action X. Not only that, we're supposed to find another captain that basically makes it where detachable or yeah. Oh yeah, we need this, and then this with this. Like how we're gonna make this? I think we're gonna need to somehow beat up a graphite with that data. Alright, let's go ahead and beat up the game over here. I'm gonna beat you up with the proto version because why not? It would be cruel and funny at the same time. USB. I wonder if I can make a version of it. Like copy the game almost. I could just go and do it, but then I don't want to seem like lazy enough. Let's see. Of course. I'm also gonna test out the nebula gas types because I don't know if they drop anything or they're just based on like untouchable alloys. Also, eventually, I think it would make sense if I turn to something eventually because I've been getting attacked by creeper left and right, and I want to neutralize that problem. I need to go. By the time I start beating up these people. Apparently, I took the low ground instead of the high grounds. Alright, to go. Beat these guys up again. Look at the germ love forming itself. Go. I'm a pro that I'm finding out here. Alright. Hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah, Ronan. I forget about him. Trying to find where the missing gacha is supposed to be at. Because I know for a fact that basically you're supposed to be having maximum gacha. I don't think I can grasp them, so once I pick Godhood or something like that, I am basically doomed as Summer as they which is in here for now. I'll take this out and just go ahead and do something better with it. I have an idea in the game, but it might be a weirder idea for y'all, but it's probably a big play move on my own because in this mod you can actually use you can use like a grindstone type of scenario to make things work out for your own case. And now let's put this back in. And here's basically the idea I'm thinking of. You're gonna have to trust me on this because I'm gonna look into X8 of look here and see what I can find because whatever X8 uses is basically like a higher. It's technically not cheating in a way if I'm getting it from a legit source, but every time when I do something like this, it's kind of like a weird case scenario. Plus, I do not want to take a whole bunch of time. There we go. Now chunky. I've slowly choose resistance than that, but if I do this and I get hyper techie, time of victory, and I get a whole bunch of these stats. And now we have perfection to beat up someone here. I'm going to go ahead and summon this group of batch because X8 and Build might be perfect together in beating. Let's see, Germ, Graphite, Poppy, Cronus, and then Hira. Now, believe it or not, but I'm going to look into other types. Evolve we can get later on. Cubit does not give you anything unless you're grinding for another type. And then same thing, like nothing else. I think we'll do this one now. But basically what we're gonna do is that we're gonna just beat up a whole bunch of Nebula guards. And these guys also have a chance to drop another box basically. But we don't have to worry about ramming tanks like juice stuff form because I actually know how to get that. In fact, I think I put it here a while back, or maybe I took it and then placed it somewhere without realizing it. You see, we're supposed to have something known as like if I remember correctly, you're supposed to have a Pandora's box, and then what you do with it is that you basically take it and then juice yourself over with it. Here, I. All right. Hold on, guys. Let me I had got a little something happen. If I remember correctly, there was a rightful moment where like I think I think in one of my streams I saw a version of something. There's this, so. I think I got that done with. Oh, I almost thought I died there. Went to went to creative to see if I can find where I found everything. Okay. So there's the structure that I was looking for. Oh, here it is. Oh yeah, here it is. Let's go and do my action X versus this guy who clearly doesn't stand a chance. Batman, yeah. Oh yes, we finally got him. This is what we're looking for. Pandora's box. This is something we're gonna need for growing the game. If I remember, we need to use a bottle to capture the energy. Because the interesting case is that this thing does not just spawn in like that. Oh yeah, there's another vampire. Let's go and take him. There goes some fangs. Yeah, no, you're not doing that to me today. I'm not cleaning up another patch of your methods. Alright? And now it's time for another day in this game. Now let's go and use the Pandora's box for one purpose only. There we go. If I can purify this bottle, then if I get a tank variant, then that's gonna be something. Also, yeah, you have to do that to me. That's kind of rude. Hmm. I wonder how you make math bombs. I know you can craft math. Also, stop trying to be a beating. I will destroy you if you keep going it. Because it is ridiculous. That was just weird food. The zombie was just trying to get up in my grill. Oh, that's how you make it. You get three. Little zombies, one meat did. The antibiotic will need to make nebula gas and nebula. Good to go. There are combos, so I know that for a fact. Also, at this point, I need to get rid of my official side of this humanity because this game, you're gonna need a lot of things. Oh, did I get a dragon? Hold on, that's a good sign. We're gonna need a lot. Alright, there we go. Nebula. There we go. There we go. Now time for another case of Nebula. Alright, nothing there, so we're gonna need 1 minute. Well, we're gonna need to do a lot of hitting. Alright, I'm beating up with a full bottle because then I'm basically shaking it. I have grease. Where's your where's your crew? Oh wait, you don't have a crew. Because they got clapped by Hazard Form. I'm sorry, I'm having too much fun with just beating him with the fact that he had no one in this game. He's also a fanboy, so hopefully you don't mind me being too rude with him because he's just that intriguing in a way. Right, there we go. We're just making sure that we get a tank full bottle. Because if we don't get a tank full bottle, then we're kind of not going to be able to make them. You know. Alright, and then the insanity happens. Alright, now we gotta make another, thing. Scorpion and Gold make a best match, if I remember in the game. Because it was to be something, but then it got scrapped for some reason. Also, beat me up all you can, buddy. I'm gonna take all the punching until I beat up Grease. Never mind, Grease wants to come now. Apparently, I had the worst weapon access to people's hand. Boy, that's a smash. No, not the weird smash part. I'm talking about an actual thing called smash. A smash is basically a heavily evolved human, basically, in those lore. And not only that, but Kamen are basically also smash. They're just more controlled in it because they had more controlling in it. So whenever a Smash is basically there, just think of them as basically like Kamen Riders in a nutshell. Because that's what happens. Which is kind of sad in its own right, if you kind of want to think about it that way. They never really got a chance to achieve Kamen Riderhood. Uh-oh. I better beat up Cobra before I get him. Wait, did I just... Yeah. Okay. Alright, so apparently, Buddy just gave me the Infinite Freedom card on everything. If I remember correctly, you need to have one of these. I don't know if it's like these things you need. Oh yeah, you do. And then you need this stuff. And then, well, bam. Now the cool thing about Zero while Zio is that he basically had like everything on him. Rabbit on move, Pento. Rabbit tank. And then, if I remember correctly, yeah, we're gonna need to craft it. And then there we go. I love the joke that the Pepsi sends, sparkling soda. Get it? I love this a lot, if you can't tell. Alright, if I remember as well. I also know how to make hazards, don't worry. I just need to get a lot of blood stocks and beat them down to oblivion. Because once they get like the trigger, I just need the bracelet, and then I just need to grab it. And then afterwards, I'm just gonna need to beat up the guy himself, the legendary build, who will eventually make the unfinished variant. And then I'm going to need to surround it with circuits to make it work. Oh, the bracelet. We're gonna need that. Because if I purify it, I get this. Which gives me the crafting recipe for that. And not only that, but if I do it correctly, I can also make it now. I think I need gold and iron to make it work. But in order to make it, I need the Hadder trigger to make it work. So yeah, we're gonna need to make a lot of things work out. Vortex finish. I actually love builds. It was actually the first hammer I was shown, or actually seemed to be intrigued by, since of all the hints that they did, and how much like stuff they did. In fact, if I never thought about watching Cover until like Cover Build was introduced to my area. Oh wait, do I have extra strength? Oh yeah. So I could have been hitting with my fist the whole time. He also has a rare chance to drop hazard pull while the hazard triggers, which is what we're gonna need. We friends now? Okay. Gotcha. Even if I'm in the dark, I basically need to adapt with this stuff because, dark basically means nope. When do you need to drop the trigger for me to have so I can be triggered and be having fun? Get it? Triggered? Trigger? It's funny. I'm being silly. I don't think you dropped the hazard again. I think it's just dropping stuff. Oh, that's not a bad thing for me. You gotta stop doing that for me. Yeah, maybe getting interrupted once in a while, but at least it's better than me getting completely distracted over nothing. Let's look for a little bit of iron because we're gonna need that. So if I remember, some parts need iron. Let's see, iron. Oh, here, just look. Alright, we're gonna need a block of iron to use, and then boom. Because while I'm here, I'm gonna be making the form while I'm here. Right now, we're gonna make it seem like I have it locked because, I need to have the hazard trigger to make it work. What's the way out? What is with these mobs that's going after you? I definitely need to start eating things now. We have learned the countryside is able to do many things. Still, no hazard trigger. Let's go ahead and get something to munch on now in the game because clearly I'm going to need a supply of food now. I'm just going to put this back, and this back for now because right now I am that form, but pretty soon I'm pretty sure we're also going to be getting that other form. Let's move that away, move this in, move that out, keep this here, move this in, and move this out of the way. That way we're going to get that, and then that moves away. Bro, how bad is the hunger, let's be honest. Here we go. Ah, here we go. I'm just waiting for you to drop your item. That's how I can get into the hazard form. I know you have it because you're the one that gave it to him in the first place. The one that made him go berserk in the first place. And how I know this because there was one point when, like, in the series that when he said, "Oh, you need this hazard trigger to grow stronger," but he didn't mention that the drawback of the mad scientist using it would basically make him go mad. By the way, the guy that we learned that his build is basically is the mad scientist, which is his title. But there's a reason why we call him the mad scientist. The devil share at one point meant to be a symbol of being good, but it's been twisted considering that when it was made from the Pandora's box, It triggers an unnecessary change in the person's mindset, making them go berserk. It's basically a crash out or berserk form, if you want to say, but it is pretty cool because of how it works. Yeah, no trigger. It's gonna take me a while just to get one little stinking trigger from this guy. Still nothing. It's just bad luck at all times. Unless I can craft the item now. I don't think so. Oh wait, finally dropped the item. Is this thing safe? No. No, it's not at all. It gives you terrible hunger. You get more power, yes, but at the price of your sanity, and you lose hunger. Also, I just look way sinister. But just you wait. Look at that. All of these things. I do get a lot of things, but certain things give me certain buffs. Like, for example, the one of this. Alright, spawn build. I love how I answered that question for the achievement because, achievements are meant to be like a woo, it is what to do for you type of scenario. And, well, I know the series very well, and I know that's not supposed to be safe for you. It's supposed to be like a case scenario for you. Oh, you were Spider-Man, dude. And what's funny about this type of mod is that you basically become all powerful to something else. So now I gotta get something to eat to regenerate again. Do I have anything else? I think I have many, many other things in here. I don't know. That's something I don't know about myself. There are many times when I have injured. Oh, there's a liver in here. Alright, go. I didn't realize I'm level 70 in the game. Also, boom, 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 boom. I'm just demolishing these guards if you look. Rabbit Tank, are you ready? Yeah, apparently they are ready, considering that they're ready to do that to you. It's a smash, a transformed human. Yeah, that's something that Sento says. Because, you make sure that you are very aware about these, whatever these changes are. Alright, you go. Come on, build. Come over here. Yeah, of course. Now I do need something to munch on the jam. Since I am level 1, I can still kind of walk around, and I know there's certain people that do drop certain things because of one reason. It's kind of a funny moment where it's like saying, "Oh hey, I'm not vegan anymore," and then I come over here to destroy them, which is just hilarious because just imagine that moment for one time only. Oh, so this is where my homie went. Alright, time to be fed. If I didn't get full strength, then whatever. I think I will eventually need a piece of stand later. Alright, let's go and limit this batch out again. Now, if it turns out to do this again to me where, like, it wants to be tough on me just to give me the item I necessarily needed, like, for example, took me about, like, almost, I want to say about 15 things just to get one item, and that's it. Once again, I'm not gonna make it because I lack the necessary means of getting the. Yeah, see this trail of items? I just know that it's even playing favoritisms. I am also gonna need a lot, and I need a lot of things. Also, what the? I get a lot of speed and jump speed. So what else do I get for rapid? I get jump boost, resistance, speed two, speed punch, and then strength. And then I get speed two, resistance, jump boost, and then strength. Okay, so this one is actually kind of useful. Sorry about that. My body wants to be a brat at times. It just picks to be nice and some rude. Alright, where is everyone? Well, there's the people I need. Excuse me, I need some need something nice for you. Alright, there we go. They're trying to eliminate me since I'm a weak vampire, but at the same time, I just proved you wrong by beating you up, which is a greater goal of life. I did not know if even changes, and look at that damage. Another thing you can do with common art builds is that you can also make genius form or the cross build form, which is basically just a movie adaptation, which I have watched, sadly. Hmm, let's see. Four circuits. Alright, let's see. We're gonna have to spawn some builds in our fleet. Hey, when we have to grab certain items that are necessary. There we are. This will help me a lot more. Oh wait. I need to be in this one in order to make it work. They're like, help us! Wait, I think it's talking about the other build. The one that becomes, dead version. AK, I think it's sent to its father that dies in the series. Well, it's kind of an ironic moment. We're seeing a villain version, and plus Grace was briefly a villain before becoming their faithful ally. Which is kind of ironic because, Grease ends up becoming dead later and coming back due to merging reality together, which is kind of hilarious on its own. Means our build's characters never really died and they just survived in another way. Alright, time to cook. Alright. Let's check to see how long we've been up on the screen. We're almost at the full case of scenarios. Oh, about time. Now I need to find. There we are, some circuits. So we don't need nebula gas to trigger this. We need circuit, I believe, to make this work out. Yep. And finally, we got genius. Yeah, this is actually something kind of broken because look at all of these things. I can also fly, which is something I'm okay with. I guess that's why I take so many tries just to get one faithful item. Here, let me look for the ride watches. Or in this case, Zeo. I'm basically an immortal god at this point. Which is not really a bad thing if you really want to count it. Alright, let's see. How do we get these? Oh, clocks. And you can make clocks out of these. You just need redstone and a whole bunch. I mean, a whole bunch of redstone gold. I think I can make that work later on in next. I think what I'll do for y'all is instead of you guys seeing this be made, I will just perfectly grab all the things that we're gonna need for next stream and then we'll go from there. But yeah, I guess I'll put it here. And this live stream I did not mention, but we were definitely going to go for X-Shade and Build. And I will say I like Build a little more. Oh, there's achievement gear. And now I have reads against the 0-1 later too. And we're kinda getting closer and closer to finishing that journey. Here's proof. Like, after build we're going to do 0-1 or CO, and then we're going after getting that. The maximum I consider is Roma Zeo, which is technically that, but at the same time there's another form called you know. But then afterwards we're over here. Honestly, I did not think Saber was next. I do not know Saber much as you guys, so you're gonna have to give me some tips on who he is. I know this one, but I do not know the craftings. Now this one I'm way too known for. I've basically done like Geet's a whole bunch. Now same thing goes for this guy. I do not know anything about or how to change. I personally skip stat chart. Gab, I'm new to. I have not figured out how to get everything from this writer. How's Zeth? This is also new territory to me, so as you guys know, I will probably be on a new territory on some rewas. Like, this is where I think I start getting unfamiliar. Like, there's some chopped and some not. Now, all of these I do know about. I honestly do know some writers that you guys don't know about, but I'm not going to spoil anything unless, I get noticed. But all I can let you know is that, when I get next, I'll probably either find stuff or some other stuff to do. But anyways, I hope to see you guys on another time of the stream. And